Competence trap. Why working hard is the foolish thing that we are doing nowadays. The corporate culture has told us by giving us a salary and certain perks that the more work you do, the more promotion you will get or you will be rewarded. But that's not happening in the real world. What actually is happening is the more work you do, you are rewarded with more work given to you. That means eventually you are burning out. This is challenging to the old school hustle culture. They will definitely deny it. No, you should hustle all the time. But why you should hustle all the time on your job only? Why not reserve your energy for yourself when you are not being rewarded for the next part? You should hustle only if you are being rewarded with promotion and with the money. That's the reality of the world. Why we always glorify the hustle culture without any reward? You should have a line of alignment that I will work harder if I wish to, but I should be rewarded accordingly. Not the reward should not be an email from the boss that, okay, he is or she is a good person working very hard for me or for the company. Let's give him a round of applause. And this way, you start working even more harder. This is the point where the modern Gen Zs, they are showing you their burnout, they are showing you their aggression, and we are not trying to understand that part because they are being very fair with the mentality of the old hustle culture. They are showing them the real mirror in front of them. They are showing them the reality to their face that if you want the hard work, pay us accordingly. That's the reality you have to understand. The next question is, if you don't work hard, how are you going to be promoted then? How are you going to be rewarded? The easy answer is, if you only work hard, you are never going to be promoted or getting any rewards. Why? Why would a manager promote their best worker? Why would a CEO would see a person who is working there, just, I don't want to use the word working hard as a donkey? Why would they promote them? What they will do is they will just give you a tap on the back. They will just ask, okay, here is a 3% raise maximum. They will leave you in the trenches, in the pit, and they will keep you working there for longer than your even mindset can expect. Who will be promoted then? The person who is spending half day on the water cooler just doing networking, making their place in the network, or showing off that, okay, the person I am becoming is who is going to solve the problem when no one else can do that. That's the person you have to become, the problem solver, that no one else can solve the problem. Then you jump in and you are the problem solver. These are the people who progress in life, especially in this era of life. Those days are gone. Gone, totally gone. When you have to work like a donkey, you cannot promote yourself ever. You have to use the leverage of your personality, of your work ethics, of your charismatic problem solving caricatures from your mindset. You have to create a caricature of yourself that, okay, I'm the person when all the problems are there, when the business is going down, when there are troubles from the clients or any other extra calamities are there for the business. I am the person you have to run to. That's where you get promoted. You bring the value to the company. Otherwise, you are just useless and you are replaceable easily. And if you want to become replaceable, especially in this era of AI and technology, you are easily replaceable because the work you are doing can easily be done by, or 10 people like you can easily be replaced by a AI agent. So it's your choice what you decide. Doing deliberate, lazy work or mediocre work, isn't it a kind of a teaching where you are telling everyone, go lazy or be mediocre? That can be a question. But actually, it is not. In this era of financial capacity or capitalism, you should understand that you are being told to work hard like a donkey and you are being compensated, in fact, undercompensated for that particular work. That is not laziness. This is not a preaching of laziness that stay mediocre. No, you should know your capacity. You should know your capacity. No one is understanding your capacity. What's happening is people are understanding your capacity and your value is not being understood by yourself. People are understanding your value, they are cashing it out and they are undercompensating you. The method is you have to understand your value. Once you understand your value, you give out to the company or people who you serve the amount they pay you. You give the value, amount to pay you. You have to raise your value. That's the first priority. Then you ask the compensation according to the value that you're bringing in, because people are not going to pay you more. They don't want to pay you. Why should they pay you? You are giving them a premium product in form of yourself. You are giving them a pretty premium product in form of yourself. How? By very low price, a cheap price. So you have to increase the value of yourself, charge them very high price. What happens when a mass layoff season hits out in a company, in a corporation? You think that people who are doing mediocre work, they're going to be laid off first? That's a lie HR has told you, or the corporations have told you. In this world of capitalism, the first person is going to be laid off is the person who is getting a high salary or who has become high achiever. Why high achievers are getting laid off? Because they are being charged higher amount. They are getting paid higher amount. So the companies, the CEOs, the capitalism, they see them as a burden. They getting laid off straight away. That's the first thing. So that's a myth that if I work less, I'll be laid off. No, the person who is working harder and producing more, they are charging the company more, so they are seen as a liability. That's the myth that you have to take off, because what they will see is, let me hire a couple of graduates, and with the 70% of the work that this person, a senior person, is doing, I can get it done from a fresh graduate with less than half the price. So why would they despair you as a high achiever, or as a person who is working harder and achieving? They can get the same work done. Once you have achieved something for them, once you have created something for them, they will lay you off straight away. So it's like the loyalty in capitalism or in corporations is like a one-way street. It's like expecting a lion that, okay, don't eat me because I'm a vegetarian, or whenever the lion is hungry, you're expecting from that, okay, don't eat me. It's a one-way street. Don't expect that you have given your hard work to a company and they won't lay you off, or they will spare you for any reason. That doesn't happen. If we stop tying our identity to our work title, what's left of us? That's the unfortunate psychological tragedy we are living with. That whenever we are asked that, okay, what do you do for work? Or what do you do for living? Or what do you do? Even this word only, the psychological sudden answer is whatever we are doing for our money earning part. That's the reality of ourselves. That's the identity we are living with. We don't have our self identity. The day our job is gone, we are nothing. We are zero. We don't have any self worth. So, if your job is a transactional part just for your hobbies and paying off your family things or everyday life, you cannot be laid off as a person, as yourself. Your job is secured always. You cannot be affected by a bad person or a bad boss. What you have to do is you have to earn your identity, learn your identity first, that what you are actually. Then you will stop defining yourself with your job title or with the thing that you are using to earn money every day. That is not your identity as a human. You should understand that your first identity should be from within. Clean yourself from this dogma of psychological tragedy that you are what you do for money only. The hard question: if an entrepreneur or a young person wants to build a ladder of wealth, what shall he do? Shall he not give 100% to the company? Definitely, they should not. They should do the maximum work assigned to them, maximum in 3 to 4 hours. The rest of the time, you should start learning, building up your skill, and after you have learned all the crafts, jump to the next ladder, jump to the next corporate competitor, and get a raise of 30% from there if you are able to get that. And then side by side, build your assets, build your commodities, or your own process of building money. That's the easiest way, and that's the unfortunate reality no one will tell you, because they don't want to tell you that the pathway to climbing the ladder to wealth is jumping wall to wall. It is not just staying at one seat forever. If you are not getting the raise, if you are not getting the value you deserve, you should move forward. That's you are stopping yourself from building your own wealth power.